Oh, she's sticking her face in the water. Imagine that. You buy something that says water on it, and it's watery.
Dude.
Good morning on this warm Sunday morning where it's currently 93 degrees at 7:15 in the morning. And Bailey's over there looking for a lizard. Man, is it a low energy day for me. It couldn't be more low energy. If I was any more low energy, I'd be negative energy. I'd be time traveling, or I don't even know, it'd be something. I'd be defying the law of physics if I had any less energy than this. Low energy. But fortunately, I don't have a lot planned today, so I'm allowed to have low energy on this lazy Sunday morning. And the wind picks up the moment I sit down. Fine, I'll sit over here out of the wind. I am so low energy today that I had to go back in the house for something, and I sat here for like 30 seconds trying to talk myself out of going back in the house. But I had to go back in the house, so I'm back in the house. So before I get to my first taste test here, I wanted to touch on a few things in the comments. First up, my disdain for stevia. The first thing I want to say is, yeah, I know that it's natural. I do realize that, but I describe it as having an artificial flavor. If those of you who are upset by me implying that, I apologize. I also realize that it has more health benefits than other sweeteners out there. It doesn't mean it tastes good. Wheatgrass is healthy for you, but it still tastes like lawn clippings. But with the stevia, one commenter did point out that if you have erythritol, I think it's pronounced, added to it, it makes the flavor worse. So that was the suggestion, was to look for things that don't have that in there. But I will do my best to keep my stevia bashing to a bare minimum, but that doesn't stop my taste buds from saying stevia. I should also point out again, if it's not apparent to everybody, that when I go on my rants in my videos, I'm not serious. I would never turn on a camera when I'm actually angry. I'm more comically frustrated than anything. And I see the humor in some of these frustrations, so don't take it that seriously. And with that, I'm jumping into my first taste test of the day, which is kind of my opening act, because I am so low energy. I figured having a nice energy drink in the morning would probably, A, give me some energy, and 2, wreck my stomach. So let's go grab taste test number 1 and 2 for the day. I have an energy drink and I have a flavor of Pringles I've never tried before, so here we go. Drink first. Now this is something I'd never heard of before. I saw it at Smith's in the refrigerator section. This is Melting Forest Functional Energy Black Cherry. It says supposedly has focus and endurance. They describe it as a sparkling adaptogenic drink. I have a carefully constructed set of notes here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I will read from my notes when I show some beautiful B-roll I shot last night on my phone when the lighting wasn't that great. Now, it's supposed to be a 0 sugar mushroom infused black cherry sparkling energy drink with 150 milligrams of caffeine. They said it has lion's mane for focus and cordyceps for energy. They say it provides smooth, sustained energy while supporting focus, mental clarity, and physical performance. The caffeine is natural from green coffee beans. Also has L-theanine intended to smooth out the caffeine experience, and is sweetened with erythritol and stevia. That does not bode well. I was looking at some consumer pros and cons for this online. Some people were saying they like the fact that it has caffeine with no sugar. People were saying of this brand, this is one of their best flavors. They say it's rich, refreshing, candy-like. Negative comments say that the erythritol stevia combo has a bitter aftertaste. Not surprising. Some say it's too subtle, not sweet enough, and some say the mushroom benefits are difficult to discern after one can. After all that, I think I need a drink, and not this kind of drink either. Here we go. First sip of the day. I see what's happening here. The tartness of the black cherry, and it's tart. This tartness is competing with the erythritol stevia combo. They are competing for my taste buds. They're battling it out. I'm not sure the one I want to win is winning. It's far more tart than I thought it was going to be. The overall flavor is good, but the finish has that, I'm not going to bash on it, but it has that finish that I've talked about before that I don't like. It's not a pleasant finish, but the tartness kind of smooths that out a little. I'm stealing their word. They use the word smooth twice. I'm stealing it. I'm stealing the word. The tartness smooths out that bitter finish, so it makes it not quite as unpleasant. Certainly drinkable, but that finish lasts. It is sticking around. I like it. I might even buy it again, but it wouldn't be my first choice. But I think that, you know, it tastes pretty good. If I had to rank this from 1 to 100, I would give it a 63 on flavor alone. But we were only halfway there. Was that Bon Jovi or was that, what was that boy, Big Time Rush? I'm too old to know that. Next up are the Pringles Smoky Bacon. These came out, let me show you the front of the can. These came out in late 2025 as part of the Smoky flavor lineup. It combines standard salty Pringles with bacon-inspired seasoning. Bacon-inspired seasoning. I looked at the back of the can. I mean, first of all, the ingredients are nearly impossible to read. It's black on dark red. Really? Are you trying to hide these ingredients from us? But I didn't see bacon in the ingredients. But bacon-inspired seasoning and a strong smoke profile. It's supposed to be smoky, savory bacon rather than sweet barbecue. The seasoning includes onion, garlic, spices, yeast extract, MSG, wheat and natural smoke flavor. Contains milk and wheat. People that like this online, they say the smoky flavor is addictive. Is that a pro? It's addictive, so that means it's good? I don't know about that. Savory, cheesy quality in addition to the bacon taste. The people who didn't like it, some people said the smoke just overpowers everything, which I don't doubt that. Others find the others find the bacon taste to be too subtle or artificial. Well, I love Pringles. Let's see here. I like Pringles. I'm pretty forgiving as far as Pringles go. Here we go. Okay, all right. Smoky, but not bad smoky. What I'm noticing is the chips, at least the first two I had, they're thicker than the normal Pringles. It's almost like the kettle chip thickness of Pringles. Interesting. The smokiness is there. I don't think it's overpowering. I think it's pretty nice, actually. I was really worried going to this one, but this is quite pleasant. It's a mild smoky flavor. And I don't like overpowering smoky flavor. I don't like overpowering smoky smell. But if I can eat this, you could probably eat it. If anything, people who love smoke may not think it's enough, but I think it's just the right amount. Let's combine the Pringles Smoky Bacon with the Melting Forest Black Cherry. Nope. That tartness of the drink just steamrolls the flavor of the Pringles. Steamrolled. All right, so I'm going to finish this off because I need a caffeine boost, man. I am dragging today. I don't have a lot to do, but I'm dragging today. I don't know if I have any more of these, but these are good. I'll eat these over time. I'll probably have some on my lunch today. I like them. If you see these, they're not bad. They're not too smoky. This, if you don't mind that aftertaste, you probably like it, but I'll let you know later if I'm bouncing off the wall. So, good first opening act. Let's see what the rest of my day brings. It's time for the freaking 2 main event. On today's main stage, we have 4 products, 3 flavors of Popcorners chips fully on the protein bandwagon. And let's keep adding more protein with yet another flavor of SPYLT, this one cookies and cream. Let's start off with these SPYLT cookies and cream first. This came out in 2025, became widely available at the end of the year. Tried a SPYLT in my last video, which I kind of liked, so I figured I'd try more flavors to see how I like those. And the only reason I picked this one was because the can looked pretty cool. But according to what I can find online and on the packaging itself, this one is ultra filtered skim milk, cocoa, natural flavors, caffeine. The sweeteners are sucralose and acesulfame potassium. They say it's lactose free but does contain real dairy milk. It's described as smooth, creamy, surprisingly milkshake-like. People say it is not chalky or powdery like a lot of protein drinks, not gritty. They love the protein to calorie ratio. There is 90 calories in this can. The people online who didn't like it, some people said it was too sweet, had an artificial sweetener aftertaste. Some people said it was too thin. Contains caffeine, which some people didn't want. Smells pretty good. Here we go. Great initial flavor. There is a bit of an artificial kind of finish there. The initial flavor is almost so good that the kind of artificial finish doesn't really matter as much. It does have kind of a cookies and cream milkshake. It almost tastes like if you had some cookies and cream ice cream and melted and you put it in a glass and drank it. That's what it tastes like. I think it's very cookies and cream. I don't think it's really too thick or thin. I think they got the right consistency here. Usually milk-based drinks are kind of like, thick and not real refreshing. This has almost a refreshingness to it. Refreshingness? I guess refreshingness. This is a refreshingness to it. I don't think it has a real strong protein drink vibe to it. It just kind of has like almost a cookies and cream milkshake to it. So I think they did a good job. This is the second flavor I've tried by these guys, and I actually kind of like this one as well. So I'm kind of becoming a fan of the SPYLT brand, but I'll continue to drink this and know if later I have any other issues with it. And with that, let's move on to our 3 protein chips. These are the Popcorners Protein. They were announced on my birthday this year, May 21st, 2026. The initial rollout in July of 26. It's supposed to be a higher protein spin on Popcorners. They use a base of rice flour, pea protein isolate, and rice protein isolate, giving them 9 grams of protein, 140 calories per 1 ounce serving. 1 ounce? One serving is about 16 crisps. They're also popped rather than fried and contain no artificial flavors or colors. I'm just gonna randomly grab one, which is the Cinnamon Delight. This is supposed to be a sweet cinnamon with some brown sugar sweetness. Almost a sweet and salty vibe to it. People online who like to say it's light and crispy. And some people said it doesn't have an obvious protein powder taste to it. Now, people didn't like it. Some people said it tastes more like a rice cake than a protein crisp. They say the sweet flavor might be a little bit weird for someone who wants something savory. Others said they go stale quickly. It has like a churro smell to it. Without looking at it, the texture is in between a rice cake and a sun chip. That's kind of what I'm getting. Sun chip meets rice cake. And then a cinnamon flavor to it. Very interesting. Interesting pattern in there as well. I'm having a hard time even knowing what to think about that. It's quite unusual. It's kind of rice cake, kind of chip, but it's cinnamon flavored, so I don't know what to do with that. I don't know when I would eat these. When would I want them? I don't know. I don't usually sit there and snack on sweet treats, so I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's just kind of strange to me. They're not bad at all. They're just unusual. No bad aftertaste, no chalkiness or protein powder kind of vibe to it, so, I mean, it just tastes like a cinnamon snack to me. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm not sure I would reach for it over other things, but I think they did a good job of what they're trying to do. Next up, Hickory Barbecue. This is supposed to taste like smoky barbecue with a tangy, slightly sweet finish. Now, people online who like this say it's the boldest of the bunch. They say it has a more of a conventional chip flavor of the three. They also say the smoke and the seasoning kind of disguise the pea and rice protein base. The concerns about this one is that the protein base might make the texture kind of weird. And there's always a concern that smoky takes over. That's pretty smoky. Similar brain-looking chip here. Very interesting. It's like the shape of a Dorito, but feels like a rice cake. It's very unusual. Here you go. It's still unusual. The flavors are there. The texture is more rice cakey than the last one. Rice cakey? The texture is more rice cakey. The flavor, I get the flavors there, but I'm also tasting that protein base as well. That's coming through kind of toward the end there. I don't think the smoke's too strong at all. It's actually quite far in the back, which is probably a good idea. It's a very sweet barbecue flavor to it, with that protein base kind of peeking through. It's pretty good, you know, like I think fans of barbecue who want to jack up their protein might like this. But it might be taking a little getting used to though. The texture's still kind of weird. And finally, Zesty Cheddar. They say this is cheddar with buttermilk, tomatoes, spices, and a slightly tangy kick rather than a plain cheese chip. People online who like it, they say it's got a familiar cheese chip profile. Savory seasoning. The early retail ratings are 4.1 out of 5, although reviews are kind of still limited. Now the potential cons are that the pea protein flavor might come through. It does use dairy, so it's not vegan. And once again, the texture is a little weird. Kind of has that smell of fake Doritos. You know, once in a while I crave fake Doritos. Sometimes the real thing isn't enough. I want the fake ones. This texture feels more like a rice cake than the others do. This feels like a rice cake in your mouth. It's the thickest of the bunch. It's thick. It just feels like a thick rice cake. But it's also got a bit of a kick to it, which I wasn't expecting. It is zesty. Usually zesty is just kind of thrown in there as a meaningless word. In this case, it actually means something. It's zesty. There's a little bit of a tang, a little bit of a kick to it. I like it. The flavor is really good. I don't think the protein's really poking through as much as on the Hickory Barbecue. Flavor-wise is good, texture-wise it's still kind of weird. For comparison's sake, let's try a regular one. This is the OG white cheddar popcorners chip here. Crispier. These are thicker, have more of a rice cake feel to them. These are thinner, have more of a chip vibe to them. If I were to add this one to the mix, this would be my favorite of the bunch. If I had to rank them, I'd go Zesty Cheddar number 1. Yeah, I think fans of Doritos would like those. Number 2 would be the Hickory Barbecue. Fans of barbecue would probably be okay with that one, even though it does have a bit of that protein flavor. This one I thought was all right, but just the sweetness, it's just, that's not the kind of snack I would usually reach for. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just not for me. Before I go though, let's try everything together. I have one of each, and we're gonna wash it down with this. You know what's interesting? When I added this, everything just kind of tasted like I had cookies and cream cereal. The rice cakes have almost that puff texture that a lot of cereals do, and then you add this and this, that tastes like a mouthful of cereal. It's kind of good, but those are fun to try out. The protein bandwagon is in full scale these days, man. Everybody's got a protein version nowadays. It's kind of like in the past, you've had the low carb, fat-free, keto. There's always a bandwagon out there. So right now, everybody's on the protein bandwagon. Right now, this bandwagon is over. I'm gonna head outside and have some pool time with my dogs about right now. Come on, Bailey. There you go. The current temperature is 111 degrees Fahrenheit, 44 degrees Celsius, 317 degrees Kelvin. Bailey's looking for an underwater lizard. Feels nice, huh, Bailey? Feels good. Feels good. Oh, she's sticking her face in the water. What are you looking for? What are you doing? What are you whining for? What do you want? What do you want? She's looking for a lizard. There's no underwater lizards. What are you looking for? Oh, she's biting the water. She's biting it. Oh! Well, that's about it for this day. You know what's kind of funny is when I was looking back at everything I filmed today, I thought, wow, that was a long day. Now that it's over, it doesn't seem so long. That's kind of how time is in general. Anything in your past seems like it went fast. Anything in your future feels infinite. And I would say the good news for me, editing-wise, and hopefully the good news for you as a viewer, is that there is a tomorrow in this vlog, because this is a 2-day vlog. So I don't have to edit this tonight, which is wonderful. So I'm gonna relax the rest of the night, and we will see what tomorrow brings in tomorrow's vlog, starting now. Good morning once again. It's day 2 of this vlog. Monday morning, I was gonna sit in the sun, but my skin was boiling after only about 30 seconds. Shade it is. That's better for now, but we'll see how that goes. So on today's agenda, I have a quick taste test and also a bit of a field test that I filmed a couple days ago. But before I get to that, I was online this morning, and a lot of times I get up and I'll just watch random stuff on YouTube. One of my favorite things to watch are 2 old TV shows, Beyond 2000 and Tomorrow's World. Both of those were from like the 80s, maybe into the 90s, and they would talk about future technology. And not only is it funny to watch the stuff they got completely wrong, because those are always entertaining, but even the stuff they get right is still entertaining, because they miss the mark. They can only think in terms of their limited technology compared to today. So like there was this one, I think it was early 80s, talking about how everybody's gonna have their own portable phone. The guy's got an old school landline handset with a cord going to like this 20-pound pack he had to carry around everywhere. And that was like, looking back, it's absolutely ridiculous. But at the time, that was future technology. There's another one that was supposed to be a GPS where you would put this cassette tape in your car and it would actually, you would like follow it along like you're listening to the radio. But it had to have predetermined destinations, so you had to have all these like this library of tapes in your trunk of where you wanted to go. Oh, even like Star Trek, you know, set hundreds of years in the future, they had analog clocks and push buttons. You know, they couldn't imagine a touch screen. So, you know, no matter how much people try to predict the future, they're limited by what they have available to them at the time. So when you see stuff about what's going to be around in 2050, it's going to be wrong. And in fact, a lot of cases, it'll be far more advanced in 2050 than they're predicting, which is kind of frightening when you think about it. But what's not frightening is my taste test coming up right now, and that is Liquid Death Mount Death. Now this originally came out as Mountain Don't. You have Mountain Dew, they have Mountain Don't. I guess the Mountain Dew didn't really like that so much. They sent the lawyers after them, so they changed it. The original Mountain Don't came out, I think in late 25. They rebranded to Mount Death in May of 2026. I've got my dutifully typed notes here. This can has 20 calories, 4 grams of sugar, 0 caffeine, no artificial sweeteners. Now remember, they say no artificial sweeteners, but they'll load it up with stevia, which is natural but tastes artificial, if I hadn't stressed that already once before. They say 90% less sugar than leading regular sodas. It's supposed to be kind of citrusy, kind of their version of Mountain Dew. I was looking at people online who liked it and didn't. People online who liked it said it's surprisingly close to Mountain Dew. Stronger flavor than typical sparkling water. Is that a good thing? I don't know. They say it offers a soda experience with little sugar. Some compare it to Surge. How dare you? Some things shouldn't be touched. You should not do a remake of Stairway to Heaven, and you should not compare yourself to Surge, the great failed soda of the 90s and 2000s. Anyways, the people didn't like it, said the stevia finish was too strong. Big surprise. Some people said it tastes like a watered down soda, which most of these sparkling water sodas do. Some find the citrus flavor artificial or harsh, and some people said they expected Mountain Dew and got some kind of watery. Imagine that. You buy something that says water on it, and it's watery. Who would have ever imagined? I'm going in. Oh, I like this. I can have the sun on my can because I'm so blind I can't see unless it's bright. I can read it here. Now here's something interesting. This one has a stevia leaf extract, but it doesn't have the erythritol. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. It's a new word to me. But I do notice that kind of stevia aftertaste isn't as bad. It's not as offensive as other times. So maybe that commenter's onto something. Maybe when you compare it with erythritol, that's when you get that really bad finish. Here, I mean, it's slight. I think it's bearable. Overall, I kind of like the flavor of it. It tastes like a soda to me. I like a lot of 0-calorie sodas because I can't drink regular sugar. But man, I can't drink Zero Mountain Dew. It's just not the same. It's just like Coke Zero to me is almost, dare I say it, better than regular Coke. But Zero Mountain Dew, it doesn't come close. I'm not a fan of Zero Sprite either. Some of those Zeros are good and some aren't. This is not really even in the same exact category. It's sparkling water that's supposed to kind of mimic it, but I almost prefer this over Zero Mountain Dew because it's not pretending to be something it's not. It's sparkling water that has that Mountain Dew vibe. It's much sweeter. I don't think it's that watery. It's crisp. It's crisp. There is a bit of a finish. I'm not going to say I love that finish, but it dissipates quickly. Some of those finishes will last all day, it seems like. This one, the finish is kind of there and it fades out quickly. I had relatively low expectations, and I would say those were exceeded. If I were to rank this on a scale of 1 to 100, what would I say this is? I don't even know what my 100 is. Like, what's 100? I'm going to rank it on a 1 to 100 in this genre of sparkling waters. I'm going to say it's about an 81. I'm going to give this an 81 on a scale of 1 to 100. Whatever that scale means, because I think that they did a pretty good job with this one. You have to keep your expectations limited, and if you go into it knowing what you're getting into, I think this is pretty good. If you're expecting like a Mountain Dew clone, you may be disappointed. I have to say, I kind of like it. All right, so with that out of the way, I do have kind of a special segment for you. Now, this next segment was filmed a couple days ago. I really wasn't planning on vlogging that day, but I wanted to include it, so I'm putting it right here. So there's a chain of restaurants called Claim Jumper. They've been around forever. It used to be much more popular, but now they're down to just a couple locations left. There's actually 2 different types of Claim Jumpers because there's franchised and non-franchised. There's 4 franchised and 3 non-franchised Claim Jumpers left. Now, the non-franchised ones are only in Golden Nugget casinos. The franchised ones are standalone buildings. We used to have one of each, but the standalone building closed, so now we only have the one in Golden Nugget. I've been a Claim Jumper, but I've never tried their signature dish and their signature dessert. Their signature dish is a pot pie that they've been advertising since 1977. I've never had it, and I really wanted to try it out. I want to try their Motherlode Cake, which is like $20 for a slice of cake. And then JC went with me, and she wanted to try their Widowmaker burger. So we went there with a plan. So let me flash back to my Golden Nugget excursion, and I'll come back and give you some final thoughts on that. I've been to Fremont Street a lot of times. I don't think I've ever been here in the daytime when it's like 112. It's a very different vibe when it's roasting outside. I'm not gonna be roasted inside. I'm gonna be roasting some food. I don't know what I'm saying. I was gonna say something funny, but it didn't come out. But check this out, daytime Fremont Street. How are you gonna bite that? And look at the size of this thing. It's like my hand. It's like, this thing is massive. Look at the size of this pot pie. Whoa. This thing is huge. How you're gonna bite that is beyond me. Look at this. Look at the size of this thing. Look at the size of this thing.
I'm gonna bite it.
All right, first bite. The chicken is well cooked. It's savory and chowdery at the same time. Big chunks of chicken in there. And the peas are coming out. Actually, the peas are crunchy. Mm-hmm. The crust is very flaky. Yeah. She's jacking so good she's jacking some from me. Yeah. You know it's good, don't you? Yeah, it's good. Well, JC just said it's the best pot pie I've ever had.
I think that this is the best pot pie I've ever had. It's got, like Jane said, that chowdery taste to it. I've never had pot pie like that before.
Well, it's been their signature dish since 1977, so it better be good.
For good reason, too.
Yeah.
It's got chicken, it's got peas, carrots, and of course it's got that signature gourmet flaky crust.
This is no frozen pot pie.
That is so good.
I once had a Marie Callender's pot pie. And it wasn't nearly this good. It wasn't nearly this good.
I mean, look how big it is. It's literally the size of your hand.
I could wear that as a hat when I'm done.
Yes. I like peas.
She keeps eating it.
I like peas.
She keeps eating it. It must be good.
Oh, yeah.
It's that good. I gotta try that burger next. I gotta try that burger. Well, I like to know that for myself.
I like mine better.
I would like to decide for myself that she keeps eating mine.
Now I had the question, how deep does this pot pie go? Let's see. Sticking the spoon in, it goes pretty far down, farther than most pot pies.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's cool.
She's enamored with this pot pie.
It's delicious.
She is. She's geeking out
I see
on it.
why it's like their most popular item.
She's geeking out on it.
Look at the peas, they're perfect.
Yummy. Look at the size of this thing. Dang, this is the Motherlode.
I'm getting full just looking at that. Dude.
Rich, moist.
Decadent.
It's cold. There's no way I could eat all that. I couldn't even eat half that. This is like one little sliver and it's like a whole piece. That's good.
Okay, now back to me eating.
Well, a food coma is setting in. I think it's about time to head back. Got plenty of leftovers, but I'm full. I scanned it already. Thank you. It's funny that JC really thought the burger was kind of average. Even though it looks really big, she was just like, it's a regular burger. Nothing special. But we both love that pot pie. I can see why it's been popular since the 70s. It was just a really good, homemade, tasting, delicious pot pie. That flaky crust was delish. Unfortunately, I saved the leftovers the next day. They got a little soggy in the fridge. Maybe I should have saved the crust separately, so it wasn't as good leftover. The cake was still good, although it dried out kind of quickly in the fridge as well. But I really enjoyed that location because it's right next to the pool. Like sitting there, I almost felt like I was on vacation because I could literally watch the pool from my table. Claim Jumper, it's kind of funny because it's known for having big portions, and it's almost like those big portions drove people away. If you ever say Claim Jumper to my mom, the first thing she says is, their portions are too big. And I think that she's representative of most people that ate there. Like, they would serve these giant portions. You're like, I can't eat that. I don't want to pay for this 3x meal. So I don't know. Claim Jumper is really, they're down to just a couple locations left. Who knows if they're going to last long term? But it's sad because every time I've been to Claim Jumper, I've had a good experience there. But I would love to see Claim Jumper, come back to its original prominence. But I don't even think they're even trying to. I think they're just kind of cool with like the couple locations left. By the way, they're owned by the same place that owns Rainforest Cafe, which is kind of the same situation. And there's a Rainforest Cafe and a Claim Jumper kind of near each other here in town. So if you're ever in Vegas and downtown at Fremont Street and you hit the Golden Nugget, Claim Jumper is kind of cool. Gigantic portions. The location next to the pool is really, really nice. So I don't know. I had a nice experience there. I have a feeling that JC's going to be going back for that pot pie because she was talking about it the rest of the day. Speaking of the rest of the day, I had the rest of my day pretty much free. I'm going to try not to work too much. I'd like to have kind of at least part of a day off. But if anything happens, I will bring you along. Otherwise, I'm finishing my mountain death and enjoying this shade while it lasts, which ain't very long. Well, I started my day here and I'm ending it in the exact same spot. That's right. I wanted to say something real quick because I was editing the video for this vlog, and I realized we didn't really describe that Motherlode Cake very well. So the Motherlode Cake is just pretty much all chocolate. It's chocolate cake, it's chocolate fudge icing. There was some chopped walnuts on there. What's interesting is that I looked around online and a lot of the photos of it online had a lot more walnuts than we had, but I didn't really care. The walnuts were not a major part of it. I didn't really care either way. It was extremely moist. It was almost wet, but in a good way. It was cold, moist, and very delicious. I was totally stuffed before they even brought it there, and I kept eating it. I somehow made room in my stomach for it. It was that good. And 4 to 6 people could probably have dessert with that. So even though it's one slice, you could eat one slice by yourself, but really it's probably something to share. I think this vlog is long enough. I think I've said enough. I've eaten enough. That's enough. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.